In the ongoing tensions between Iran and the United States, one country may be gaining the most without firing a single shot: China. No troops deployed, no direct involvement in the war, yet billions of dollars are flowing in. But how is China making money without even fighting? The answer might surprise you. Back in the early 2000s, around 2001, when much of the world began imposing heavy sanctions on Iran, the country's economy took a serious hit. Iran had oil, but struggled to sell it on the global market. That's when China stepped in with a major offer. They proposed a long-term deal. China would buy Iranian oil in bulk. The agreement was reportedly worth around $400 billion over 25 years. But there was one key condition. Iran had to sell its oil at prices lower than the global market rate. So why did Iran agree? Because at that time, it didn't have many options. When everyone else walks away, you often have no choice but to accept the hand that stays. But this wasn't just help. It was a calculated business strategy. China didn't just want oil. They also offered to invest heavily inside Iran, building roads, railways, ports, and infrastructure. Step by step, China began establishing a strong foothold inside the country. Now let's fast forward to today. As tensions rise in the Middle East, one location becomes critically important: the Strait of Hormuz. Nearly 20% of the world's oil passes through this narrow route. Now imagine what happens if this pathway is disrupted. Oil prices surge, supply drops, and economies around the world feel the pressure. But here's where things get interesting. While many countries struggle with disruptions, Chinese oil shipments often continue moving. That means, while others face shortages, China can still secure oil, often at lower prices, and that's just the beginning of the advantage. As oil prices rise, countries start looking for alternatives. Suddenly, demand spikes for two key technologies: electric vehicles and solar panels. And in both of these sectors, China is already far ahead. They've been investing in these industries for years. So when the world tries to move away from oil, it naturally turns toward Chinese-made solutions. In other words, the problem may start somewhere else, but China is selling the solution. And it doesn't stop there. China isn't just producing products. They control much of the supply chain. From batteries to lithium to manufacturing, their position is incredibly strong. This means the more countries shift toward clean energy, the more dependent they become on China. There's also another major factor: global perception. Throughout this situation, China presents itself as calm, stable, and focused on business. Meanwhile, many see the US as a power deeply involved in conflict. As a result, China's international image continues to strengthen. So what can we learn from all of this? First, where there is risk, there is also opportunity. Just like the stock market, when prices drop, many people panic, but those who invest wisely often gain the most later. Second, preparation is everything. China didn't reach this position overnight. This was years of planning. Third, not all strategies are meant to be visible. Sometimes, the smartest moves happen quietly. In the end, one thing becomes clear. In this world, it's not always the strongest who wins. It's the one who plays the smartest. And right now, China is doing exactly that, reshaping the game without even going to war. So if you want to move forward in life, remember, hard work matters, but thinking smart matters even more.